Hi there, welcome to our channel. Please like and subscribe to receive more videos like this one. Ever heard of Nauru? No? Well, today you're in for a journey through the history of this tiny yet fascinating Pacific island. Nestled in the heart of Micronesia, Nauru is a speck of land surrounded by the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. Its isolation has led to the development of a unique culture, shaped by the indigenous people who have called this island home for over 3,000 years. These early inhabitants, known as the Nauruans, lived in harmony with their environment, practicing sustainable fishing and farming practices. They had no inkling that beneath their feet lay a valuable resource that would attract outsiders and forever alter the course of their history. So who were the first outsiders to set foot on Nauru? Let's find out. In the late 19th century, Nauru was colonized by Germany, marking a significant turning point in the island's history. This remote Pacific island, home to a rich tapestry of indigenous cultures for millennia, was about to be thrust onto the world stage in a way that few could have anticipated. The Germans discovered something unusual on Nauru: vast deposits of phosphate, a valuable resource coveted across the globe. This discovery led to an era of fervent exploitation, transforming Nauru's economy almost overnight. The once quiet island became a bustling hub of mining activity, its phosphate reserves shipped off to far corners of the world. The island's inhabitants found themselves amidst an unexpected wave of affluence, their homeland suddenly considered an economic powerhouse. Yet, as history often teaches us, prosperity born from exploitation is seldom sustainable. The wealth and prosperity that phosphate brought to Nauru were fleeting, but the newfound wealth didn't last forever. Let's see why. After gaining independence in 1968, Nauru experienced an economic boom, becoming one of the richest countries per capita. The newfound wealth was largely due to the island's vast phosphate reserves. These reserves, formed from centuries of bird droppings, were seen as a gold mine. The country quickly became a hub for phosphate mining, with the mineral being exported to agricultural nations around the globe. This boom period was marked by a drastic lifestyle shift for the island's inhabitants. From a life of fishing and subsistence farming, they moved to one of luxury and affluence. The island's wealth skyrocketed, with Nauru boasting the second highest GDP per capita in the world during the 70s. But as the saying goes, what goes up must come down. The phosphate reserves, once thought inexhaustible, started dwindling. By the turn of the century, the phosphate had all but run out, bringing an end to the mining industry that had been the backbone of Nauru's economy. The environmental impact of this intense mining was nothing short of catastrophic. More than 80% of the island's surface was stripped bare, leaving behind a lunar-like landscape of jagged limestone pinnacles. The once lush and green tropical paradise was transformed into an arid wasteland, unfit for agriculture or habitation. The economic fallout was equally devastating. The wealth accumulated during the boom years had not been wisely invested. Instead, it was squandered on ill-advised ventures and a lavish lifestyle. With the end of phosphate mining, the country's economy collapsed, unemployment soared, and so did poverty rates. The affluence of the past was replaced by hardship and destitution. The island's residents, once the envy of the Pacific, were now among its poorest. The loss of income from phosphate mining also had serious implications for the island's infrastructure and public services. Schools, hospitals, and other essential services fell into disrepair. Nauru, once a beacon of prosperity, was now a cautionary tale of the perils of resource dependency. With the decline of the mining industry, Nauru faced a crisis. What could they do next? In the wake of the crisis, Nauru had to find new ways to survive. The small Pacific island, once basking in the glow of ephemeral wealth, was now grappling with the harsh reality of its choices. To rebuild its shattered economy, Nauru turned to unconventional alternatives. One such strategy was to transform itself into a tourist destination. But with its scarred landscape and lacking the pristine beaches and lush greenery usually associated with Pacific Island paradises, attracting tourists proved to be a challenge. Another strategy was the sale of passports, a controversial practice that involved granting citizenship to foreigners in exchange for substantial payments. But this initiative, too, was fraught with difficulties, as it attracted criticism for potentially facilitating criminal activities and was not a sustainable solution for the long term. Simultaneously, Nauru embarked on a painstaking journey of environmental recovery. It sought to rehabilitate its devastated lands, a process that involved the painstaking removal of phosphate residues and the replanting of native vegetation. But the challenge was enormous, and progress was slow. The island was also faced with the looming threat of climate change, which threatened to exacerbate its environmental issues and potentially submerge it under rising sea levels. Despite these daunting challenges, the spirit of the Nauruan people remained unbroken. They understood the magnitude of the task at hand and were determined to create a prosperous future for themselves and their descendants. They acknowledged the mistakes of their past and were committed to avoiding them in their pursuit of a sustainable future. The future of Nauru, however, remains uncertain. With its limited resources and ongoing challenges, the island's journey towards recovery and prosperity is a steep uphill climb, yet it continues to strive, driven by the resilience and determination of its people. Nauru's story is a stark reminder of the perils of overexploitation and the need for sustainable development. It is a tale of a paradise lost, but also a tale of resilience and hope, a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure and overcome even the most daunting challenges. And that, folks, is a quick dive into the intriguing history of Nauru. From wealthy nation to a poignant example of resource exploitation, Nauru's story compels us to explore similar tales worldwide. Remember, each click on the subscribe button supports our journey through the fascinating history of the world. Stay curious, and see you next time.